Hi, welcome to Classic Car Cave. So I thought I'd put up this video. It's just a little update on the Jaguar XK150, but I wanted to explain the situation, what happened with the painting of the vehicle and how all this mess or problems with parts and gone missing and stuff like that. I wanted to explain the whole thing. I couldn't really say too much earlier on because I didn't want to query my pitch with the guy, even though I fairly early on realised he was a bit of a, what's the best word I can say, a bit of a bullshit artist. But you know, it's like everything, you know, in retrospect, I shouldn't have used him. I should have done more research on what facilities were there and this, that and the next thing. But, you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. You know, he did make the right noises when he first came to the house to look at the car and so on and so forth. But what where I kind of screwed up is he gave me the impression, this guy, that it was, he said, "Oh, my painter, my body guys." So I got the, well, maybe I wanted to, I don't know, but I kind of got the impression it was his business and this is what he was doing. Because the person that put me onto him is a Jaguar guy, and he put me onto him in all good faith. Obviously, he's done quite a bit of work for him, but the guy doesn't need stuff straight away. He can wait months, weeks, years, whatever. And he's done bits and pieces, and apparently the prices were quite good. That's why he put me onto him. And he, you know, he wasn't to know this. So I had it on first-hand authority that the guy was okay. Anyway, so as I say, he came to the garage, he made all the right noises, he said he was saying the right things, and I thought, okay. But because the place was so far away, what I should have done in retrospect, as I said, is I should have gone and checked out what his place was like. I should have gone and checked out some of the work and so on and so forth. When I did take the car there, he had a bunch of cars that had been painted that were in really good condition and were really nice, but it was pure hearsay whether they'd actually been done by the guy that did my car or not. As it turned out, he was basically a go-between. He was a fixer, if you like, because he spoke German, he spoke English, and obviously Hungarian because he's Hungarian. And basically he turned into a bit of a Del boy, you know, Only Fools and Horses, but not in a funny way like Only Fools and Horses is. There was constant lying going on, constant telling, and every time I said to him, you know, what's happening, what's going on with this, he would just come back at me with problems that he had. Now this is typical of somebody that's trying to swerve out of things, but you know, it was too late, it was already done, the car was there, and the fact that it took 10, 11 months to get it done, you know, it kind of just goes with it. But the reason I want to make this little video is just say, you know, if you're going to do something like, whether it be metal work, whether it be paint work, whatever, if you're farming something out for your classic car, check them out yourself, go and see the stuff, go and talk to other people, not that they give to you, go and see other people that have had things done by them, check reviews, not that they mean a lot sometimes, but check with people and find out exactly what these people are like so you know where you are, but see the facilities for yourself. This is the last time I'll ever go to somebody in this situation. I will really make sure I'll check them out. But I was 68 on Thursday, it was my birthday on Thursday, and I'm getting to the point, probably time I'm 75, I'll be too old to carry on with restoration work, just do the maintenance of my cars and enjoy them. But anyway, so the bottom line is there were some parts missing for the car, which I'd taken to him for paint. Now the problem is I should have, and Amir, I'm not blaming Amir, but myself, I should have checked that we had all the parts back, but when we got there we had to take the body off the rotisserie and put it onto the chassis and bolt it all down for the travel back from Hungary back to Austria. So that was very time consuming. You can imagine rebolting a car with all the right spacers and everything. And so some of the parts got mislaid, and it wasn't until I got back that I realised that these things were missing. There were some new parts that I took to him, some mesh for the grills that needed to be painted, and they weren't done, but they've gone missing as well. So unfortunately, these are basically this is the bit that's been the real problem here. Hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. So it's that mechanism there through the door that I now don't have on both doors. And as I said, these two meshes as well. There's been some issues with the car, some of the paintwork. I mean, I don't know, and I would hazard a guess that he's basically taken a fee and given this guy X amount of money. How much that was, I have no idea. I don't know. Knowing what I know now, I wouldn't have used him. But anyway, when I got down there yesterday, I said to him, look, it's your responsibility that they were on the vehicle. I have video showing it. When I took it to, in fact, the video you can see, go back and see it, that all the mechanisms were in there, and they obviously took them out to paint this car, but now they've been waylaid, or they've gone somewhere, or taken, or whatever, I don't know. But we ended up getting into a bit of a row, and I basically said to him as I was leaving, because I could see I was getting nowhere fast, I just said to him, I said, I said, there's two things I want to say. I said, we're not going to meet up again, so it makes no difference to me. I said, but one thing is you're an absolute bullshit artist, and secondly, you're a prolific liar. You lie constantly. And then that's when he said, oh, get out of my workshop and this, that. So I did. So I have to chalk it down to experience. But as I said, please take it as a warning. If you're going to do anything, if you're going to have any restoration work done, metal work, body work, engine work, paint work, whatever, if you're going to farm this out, make double, triple sure that you're 100% happy with the people that it's going to. You know where it's going to. It's not going to one shop and being taken to another, like this one was. In fact, even my jig was so badly damaged, we've had to repair it, because they tried to drag it across not a concrete floor, but across some gravel or whatever, and they actually damaged the rotisserie. It's all bent over. In fact, he then, when I complained to him and told him how much it was going to cost to fix it, he said, oh, okay, I'll waiver the fee down to Hungary or whatever. So, so I'm just saying, just be very, very careful and check these people out, and really make sure you do your homework, because I really learnt my lesson from this one. I can tell you that. Anyway, it's a very short video just showing you what's going on, and I'll put up another video tomorrow on the Citroen pickup, because I'm getting on really well with that. Amir's doing some work outside, and we're working on the XK. But I'm working on the Citroen to get this floor completely finished so we can start putting it into primer. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video.
Oh, I see he's got another XK fixed out there. This is his place. Very nondescript. I like the leaping cat though, that's nice. This is the place. Welcome to Valence.
So just to show you what I'm talking about, what I mentioned in the intro, there's a door lock mechanism that goes in here. It has a nice chrome escutcheon on it, which we have in the handle, and then the rod comes through here and goes onto here, which is the lock system. Well, these were in the car when we took it for paint, because we had the doors shut. It actually shows in the video when we took it for paint. They obviously took them out, and now they're claiming they don't have them. So I drove, as I said in the intro, I drove to all the way 500 odd Ks, I think it was, because he said he was going to bring the stuff weeks and weeks ago, and we needed it. Anyway, it turns out I looked on top of his roof. We got into a bit of an argument, and I couldn't find the stuff. The painter didn't have it, so I don't know what's going on. And obviously to replace it, brand new, it's a special order anyway, and it would probably be the best part of €600-700 euros for both sides, because obviously both sides are missing, which I'm really, really ultra pissed off about, but there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, the guy's had his money for the car. It's not as though I've got anything kept back from it, so I can't force him into doing anything, but the whole mechanism's gone. I mean, how do you lose that? So I'll just try and see if I can find something second-hand that's in good condition. I'll do it up, and if not, I'll just have to buy it brand new. I've got no choice. Like, really, really, so fucking annoying. People just don't give a shit. Yeah, That is what it is. And the other thing that's missing that I bought brand spanking new was these vents here. I brought 2 brand new. I don't know if it'll cut, I'll have to open it up. I bought 2 of them brand new. They're, I'll open this up so you can see it. They're, these are the floor vents. There's a piece of wire that goes in there. They're actually made of brass, and then they've got a vent in it, and there's obviously painted body colour. I brought 2 brand new ones. They were 70 euros each, so 140 euros. Took them down there for them to be painted, and they didn't paint them apparently, but unfortunately, you know, we were so busy trying to get the body back onto the chassis that some of these bits got missed, and yeah, this is the consequences of it. So with these 2 vents, plus the interior, plus the broken windscreen, it would have been easier just to have it done here. It would have come out to about the same money, because it came out to around 7,500 euros in total. Plus what I've lost, plus the windscreen. Okay, the windscreen's not his fault, but it happened on the way going there. So yeah, it all adds up. Anyway, okay, just wanted to give you an update and show you what I'm up against. And yeah, I guess the problem is finding people that want to do these older cars. They're not very keen on it. They want to do crash repairs where they make quick money, quick turnover, and not have the car sat around for months and months in space that they want. And yeah, it's just very hard to find somebody who'll do the work, you know, at a reasonable price. I mean, I still think even the money I paid for this is a lot, considering it was a shell, you know. It was on a rotisserie, everything was there, all the lead work was done. There was a little bit of finishing, but not very much. I still think it was an awful lot of money, but, you know, the best quote I had in Austria was 10,000 plus, and the worst was 15,000, which is absolutely crazy for a body. But because what they're quoting those prices, because they don't want the job, but they will take it for that kind of money because they can make a profit. But there you go. This is what you're up against with classic cars, I guess. Is what it is. Unfortunately, this happened on the way to Hungary yesterday. Or actually on the way back. I don't know if you can see it. It's a really bad. It's obviously where the stone hit it there. Really bad crack. So it's going to need a new windscreen. So on top of not getting my gear back, I ended up with a busted windscreen as well. For my efforts. Look at the state of it. You can see where the stones hit it right there. It's not. That's going to cost a pretty penny. It never rains but it pours. I didn't notice it, and I heard the crack, but I didn't see it straight away.